What's up? It's Joshua. I'm not fully prepared to talk about what happened last night, but this is part of the story, but it's before this, right? And this isn't. I'm not even going to talk about like super spiritual stuff or anything like that. Here's the thing, like, all right, there's there's a saying. There's the San Gabriel Valley, right, where everything burnt down, right, at the top of the blue line in Azusa, right? And there's this thing called the Blue Cut that goes into San Bernardino. And you gotta go through the mountain. And I was walking out through there, like, what was it, like, I don't even know, 5 days ago? I don't even know how many days. I mean, when I sit down and I think about put the whole story together, I'll tell you, but it doesn't matter, like 5 days ago, whatever. But I was like, I had to walk out through there, right? And old Route 66 goes through there, and it's all sectioned off and whatever. I'm not gonna get into the super details of it, but I'm walking through it because this is the point of it, right? So I'm walking up through there, and I'm like, there's storms coming in because the winter storms are in California, and I'm like, I want to find a nice spot because I know I'm gonna be stuck out in the middle of nowhere, and it's like maybe I can find some place to build a fire because it's cold, right? And in between, what is that place called? Like, Devore. There's this town called Devore, right? And then Victorville is here, and there's a town in the middle of it. There's like a rest stop and stuff. But before you get to that town, there's like this pull-off part on the Route 66, right? And I'm walking up through there, and I was gonna stop there, but there's like all these cars like sitting there. I'm like, this is weird, dude. I don't get a good vibe from this. I'm gonna keep walking, but I walk up into this. It's called the Blue Cut, is what it's called, the Blue Cut, right? And there's like this little plaque there, and I go up and I go to read it, and then this creepy crawler. That's what I call him, the creepy crawler, dude. He's like stalking me with his car, but he's off in the distance, and I'm like, don't even mess with me. I was in the mode. I was like, don't mess with the creepy crawler. But like, I get up and he pulls up and he rolls down the window. He's like, and I'm like, I look at him right away because he didn't ask me about anything particular. I could tell like you mean to do me harm, man. He's like, whatever you do. And I'm like, I looked at him, I go, I'm just walking. Right? He rolls up his window, he freaks out and rolls up his window, and I'm like, it's so weird, dude. So then I walk over, I cross the Highway 66, whatever. It's called Guillermo Road. No, it's not Guillermo Road, it's Cajon Road. I cross it, right? And I'm walking, and like, I'm just trying to get to, like, Victorville, man. And then there's another creepy car. Another car comes in and starts talking to me. And I'm like looking at, I'm like, oh man, this is like some kind of drug gay site. Right? I knew, right? I was like, and then like painted on the ground is like cock. And then there's like arrows pointing up into these woods off in the side, like dicks here. And I'm like, wow, man, this is like dirty, dark, fucking, like, I don't even know what's going on. There's other dude, like, I'm across the street, and he honks his horn at me. And I'm like, so I walk over there, and he's like, oh, what are you doing, man? Are you smoking? I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. I said I'm walking. I said, how far to Victorville, man? I'm trying to go to Victorville. Oh, you're going to Victorville? You got gas money? No, I don't. He was good in my passenger seat, and he looks it up, and it's like, I'm like 24 miles from Victorville or whatever. And then he looks at me and goes, I'm just walking down the road, and he looks at me and goes, oh, look, you're not into me sucking your dick or anything, are you? I'm like, no, dude. And I get out, and I fucking continue to walk. And then the storms start coming in. And I'm mad at God, man. Really, I could stop. Wait. I told you. So I get underneath this. There's a huge bridge where the 215 or the 15 goes over, and I'm underneath that, and it's kind of protecting me. But I don't like that spot either. I'm just like totally weary of the whole place. I'm just like, Emotion, man, no holding my No, I was just like, man, this is a dirty, dark place. Because I go to so many dirty, dark. No one's scary. Anything. I'm just like, here, man. I'm gonna walk down the road. Like I'm probably like whatever. So I'm continuing to walk down this road, right? And I get down further, and there's this car parked on this SUV parked on the side of the road, right? And I'm like, man, why is that parked on the side of the road? And then like as I'm walking down the street, this dude comes walking this way. He looks at me. He pulls out here. Hey, he's like, you got an English accent. He goes, "What, are you just walking?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just walking, man." I go, "Here, give me a cigarette." He gives me a cigarette. He goes, "How'd you know I was just walking?" Because here's the point of the story. Right in between Victorville and Devore, right? There's this little rest area where there's all this methamphetamine, gay sex stuff going on. And they apparently congregate there all the time. There's signs, there's spray paint on the road where, like, it's like a thing. You know what I mean? How's nobody not doing anything about it? Is what I'm saying. I think the cops obviously know about it. I mean, I'm serious. Because it was like there was a lot of cars there. It was like the drive-in movies or something. You know what I mean? But the town of Devore doesn't. The county of San Bernardino doesn't know that that's going on in San Bernardino. You know what I mean? They're just turning a blind eye to it. I mean, they got spray paint on the. Whatever, man. I'm not judging you or anything, but I'm just saying, like, there's like a whole congregation of people there doing whatever they're doing, like it's normal everyday order of operations. Gavin Newsom probably approved it. I don't even know. The MAGA demon probably approved it too. I mean, why aren't you guys doing anything about that? You guys talk about the border. That's just how long has that stuff been going on? What do we need? The Patriot Act, because we need to get to the bottom of things and find stuff out. You guys haven't found that out with the Patriot Act? I mean, for real, I'm sure they're online. Because the third dude looked at me and he knew. He's like, "Oh, you're just walking?" Because I said it to the first two dudes. I said, "I'm just walking, bro. I don't want anything from you. I didn't even want to talk to you in the first place." Which is how I usually am because, like, you know, I get attacked a lot. So it's just better for me most of the time just not to talk to people. You know, depending on where I'm at or what situation I'm in. Just like, here, dude, I'm just walking. Here, I don't want to talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. You don't have anything I want. You're yelling at me from across the street. You're not yelling at me because you want to help me out, or you're just seeing me and you're just like, I'm like an instant magnet. You just get away from me. You know, but. So, the third dude knew, because he looked at me and goes, "You're just walking, right?" I didn't even say it. So they're obviously sitting there online in their little, whatever they're doing, in their little thing that they're doing with their drugs and everything else. And he knew who I was. So how's the Patriot Act not gotten to the bottom of that, George Bush?